Hi friends, I'm Sincerely Unique. Today I'm doing a different type of video where we're just going to be chatting about the upcoming Genshin patch and reading out what is basically the patch note equivalent for Genshin Impact here. The version 2.7 update notice. You can feel free to tab out. It'll just me probably reading some of this stuff. I'll probably be skimming some of it. As usual is the usual blurb here in the beginning about how to download stuff. The file of this patch is for some reason particularly big, so be on the lookout for that. Maintenance is at the usual time, usual 5 hours, usual compensation, blah 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 blah. If you've been around long enough, you know the deal. So we have Yelan, who is a bow user, and we have Shinobu, who is a sword user. That all stuff has been talked about in the live stream here. We have the usual weapon, also Fading Twilight, which I believe is the event weapon. I wish there was a picture here to show it off. And we also have an event here, which was discussed in the live stream, to go to the chasm and investigate the mysteries of the depths, complete various challenges to actually get the bow. But the most important thing to look at over here is that the first part of the event starts pretty much when the patch drops. So keep that in mind. And the second phase of the event is starting June 1st. Every other phase is dropping each day after, which I actually really like, because it just encourages to just do each phase. I like that, but also usually the way Genshin does events is I still end up doing everything at the last possible second. And the usual event shop. But one thing to keep in mind, though, about the new event is that you have to be Adventure Rank 28, which I hope you are if you're done with the new star approaches. And you also have to finish Where Did the Spirit Stone Descend?, which is a world quest. I don't know if I've even done that, but keep in mind that you gotta do that specific world quest. You also have to finish Ito's story quest. Oh, but oh no, you don't have to. Wow, this is really, I don't know how you, let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. I don't like the quick start thing. I think that's not a really good idea, but I guess if they really want to stick to it, I guess they're going to stick to it. Back in during the Itadori event, they introduced a quick start feature where you can just skip all the story stuff and get straight into the event. But like, I really don't like that feature, but I was hoping they were going to drop it. But it looks like if you are like a newer player and you really want to get into the event, you can just use quick start. Our Conquest Interlude Chapter Act 2 will unlock with the event phase's Perilous Trail. A new phase will be unlocked each day in the first 3 days of the event. Reach the corresponding adventure rank to complete the prerequisite quests to enjoy the story of our conquest. So what does this mean? I guess we can't do main story without working on Perilous Trail, which is rather interesting. It reminds me of how you had to actually explore the chasm first, but to actually work on the Archon quest. I made a whole video about that somewhere around my channel, where I thought I could just do the Archon quest immediately, but I was stuck exploring the chasm for like 3 hours. But yeah, we have all the story content coming out with this patch, which is the Archon quest, Yelan's story quest, Shinobu's hangout event, some world quests, which ya boy recently finally finished all of the Inazuma world quests. The only thing left I'm working on over there is the fortune slip daily quest you can do. I probably will be working on the chasm here before 2.8, or at least before Sumeru comes out. Other additions, we have recipes, achievements, name cards. The travel notes one actually looks pretty interesting. Challenge features descriptions of domains, which is convenient. I know that I talked about it during the live stream, where I thought it was really nice that they're gonna give even more hints for like newer players of what the heck they're supposed to do in these domains. Also a floral zither, which I love the zither. That was from that one event with Kazuha, where you did a little music mini game with your fave characters. Emojis. Character level up guides, which is really convenient to have in game. Thank you, Hoyoverse, Spiral Abyss. If you care about that, the updates are happening. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Another thing to really keep in mind is the adjustments and optimizations. These are something that are totally worth reading every time a set of patch notes comes out. Here, a bunch of the Inazuma. Ever since the launch of Inazuma, it has been noted that the daily commissions over there are much more difficult than the ones in Liyue and Mondstadt. It really stinks for people who want to do all the world quests, like me, for example, because you're stuck with daily commissions that are really difficult in Inazuma compared to Mondstadt and Liyue. I recently just switched mine to Liyue, and I need to really get going with those today because I just opened up the game and recorded this. Bunch of daily commission nerfs where the movement speed of slime balloons or just enemies in general got nerfed. The battle pass will actually carry over to the next battle pass, which, let me actually read this properly. Weekly missions completed in the week of a version update. The progress of that week's weekly missions will be carried over to the updated version's battle pass, which is really cool. That means if you want to, like, for example, now want to work on your battle pass, I think that means it carries over. Like anything you complete that week specifically. I'll give it a try. I'll let y'all know. If you really want to know how it went, ask me in the comments. I'll try to do some weekly missions right now after this video. Oh, they're adding Horsetail and Snapdragon to when you're sending your characters on expeditions. I think that's really cool. They should do that more. Because right now, the only other really good way of casually working on getting those plant flower level up materials is to garden them in your teapot. Optimizes the sorting rule of the character selection page. I like that. Optimizes display of information. I like that. Optimizes the UI style of item sources in the inventory. I like that. Optimizes control experience of the controller and settings. Good, because the controller stuff in this can be pretty jank. They've been optimizing that for a very long time. When the game first launched, you could see me there's some VODs up on my Twitch when I first started playing Genshin, and those I was struggling with the controls. It took a lot of time for me to get used to it, and then they started making it less jank, and now I have to like adjust to that. Optimizes the indicative effect of oculi detectors in the world map. I already collected all the Anemoculus, Geoculus, and Electroculus, so that's useless to me. Optimizes the presentation of the dialogue window in co-op mode. Characters. Optimizes the animation performance of some characters after being launched. Audio adjustments. I like optimizes the mechanism when idle voiceover is interrupted by the character's elemental skill. Optimizes the combat difficulty of some opponents at world level 3 through 6. Which I like. Look at the Ace. Ace the Hood's getting nerfed, and so is the Thunder Manifestation. Oh no. Goodbye. I like the ones I'm specifically looking at are the Thunder Manifestation and Ace the Hood, because those were rough. And now they're getting nerfed. Regine, Amber, Rosario, Mona wearing the default outfits. You're gonna get their default outfits changed. For details on other bug fixes, please see the final set of version update notice on 5:30. That is all the patch notes. Well, not all of them. We're getting one final set like right before the game release, but this is like our first impression of one so far. What I really love looking at these type of notes are the optimizations they do to the game, because that's where you're seeing player complaints being addressed. I would love to see Hoyoverse. We recently had a survey about character model design, and I had a lot of thoughts to say during that video. I'll try to link it. If you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. I will be streaming 2.7 when it launches, doing and posting all that on YouTube. So if you want to see the reaction for that, make sure to subscribe. Anyway, I will see you in whatever I post next. Bye-bye.